Hey guys, today I'm going over a set that I've been wanting to go over for a long time, and that is Flo vs Pro Banham from 2023. And this is really how I first found out about Flo, because I had not heard about him until this really good upset he got on Proto. And have not seen this set at all, so I'm really excited to see what he did exactly, because Proto Banham has not historically been an easy player to upset. So I'm very, very excited to see what he did. Alright, let's get into it. So I'm not actually sure which character Banham uses for this set. So he starts off Lucina, and I do believe Roy does win this matchup. Although like Lucina does have some things like edge guards and out of shield against like Roy's and Air and stuff. I find Roy just has better frame data, better damage, better just win cons. So I do think Roy wins this matchup. But Banham does have quite a bit of experience, and wow, already taken that. Lost his jump, the footstool, gonna seal that one out real quick, so that is not the start you want if you're Flo. Alright, having some trouble off ledge here, not able to jump. Proto Banham just taking up the space, but Flo gonna retaliate with that up air. Yeah, he needs to bring it back real quick or else this is gonna quickly spiral. He's come out swinging pretty hard, which I find a lot of Roys that are fighting higher seeds will do that because they're just desperate to get some like pressure and like presence, and then later on the set they'll often slow it down, but they try and get that initial shock value, I suppose. But Flo slowly crawling his way back into this first stock by the looks of things. That's a cool setup. I've seen Banham do that before, where he'll use the forward air off the drop down without jumping, and Roy doesn't really have a way to punish the regrab really hard. Alright, but enough about Banham. I'm interested to see how Flo gets this one done. Gonna get the nice parry there. The read on Proto Banham, mashing at disadvantage with the forward air. And suddenly damage is looking really even. Few good reads have brought Flo right back into this one. Jab back air, yep, that's gonna do it. Off the pressure. Really good conversion, and suddenly he's gonna find himself in the lead. But as I say that, not for long. Crucial game one here. Not gonna work out. Flo, excuse me, expecting the uppy out of hit stun. That's gonna be a great option for Lucina, but also a very punishable one. Oh, not gonna get that. Flo reacted to the forward air, but just kind of fumbled the punish. Unfortunate there. Good mix-ups. Switching up the timing, not gonna get parried, and Flo with the little pop-off there. Deserving game one, good comeback, and that one just gonna be over in like 2 minutes. Super quick game one. Proto taking quite a while to pick that stage there, so maybe a little, yeah, okay, so he is gonna switch to the Min-Min. I didn't see the stage, but Flo surely in the back of his mind, knowing that Min-Min is an option, probably banned out FD and Callus, I'm assuming. Well, we'll see here for game two where we're going. Alright, just going back to PS2, which I think is pretty good in this matchup, so I definitely like this for Flo here. So now it's gonna be difficult here because the win cons and the game plan have just switched entirely. Not much of a punish on that whip on the whiff grab. Flo gonna be looking for a lot of whiff punishes and a lot of approaches from the air too. So he's really gonna have to switch it up from Lucina. Stuck on ledge here, not gonna do it on the neutral getup, but dangerous territory here. Able to get off, good shield. Flo really switching his timings incredibly well so far, which I think is definitely throwing Proto for a bit of a loop, because he was expecting that aggression that he brought early on to continue. But Flo, knowing that, just switching up his timings. And reads the jump. Wow, Flo taking a commanding lead once again. Oh, this is a big chance here. Has the charged arms. Flo, though, gonna get down safely. And right back to neutral. And this is where Roy can make big moves here. Roy's neutral is a bit weird against Min-Min because he can easily find huge openings, but he can also be choked out. Once again, though, not going to get a follow-up after the jab. A little too trigger happy on these S matches. Should probably play it a little safer and just go for back air. But it's tough when you're fighting a top player. You know, you're really hungry for those kills because you know that they just have that ability to lock down the defensive play. Wow, that's gonna do it. Another early stock for the back air. Flo on the money with these reads. Alright, chance for Proto here to even this out. Gonna get the roll punish, but only goes for F tilts. But the follow-up edge guard, yeah. Great cleanup from Proto. And this one, once again, really close. Jump read, massive damage here. 45, make it 55. But he's living, yeah, he has his jump. He has his jump. Oh, almost killing him off that, wow. Gets sour jab though. Just a temperature check here. Gets the rollout read, but whiffing the punish. And Flo just taking commanding aggression here. I think that's really been his upper hand, is Proto's not expecting some of these commitments, and he's just falling for early kills constantly. Yeah, Flo just so locked in here. Not gonna get hit by any of the random arms either, and just continuing the rinse and repeat ledge trap here. Alright, once again, gonna settle for the grab. Proto's probably gonna start jumping here, I'm guessing. Yeah, there it is. Flo a little off in the jab timings, but that's no problem here. He's got such a lead. He's whiffing, but he's whiffing in the correct spaces where he can't be killed, which I think is a really good thing that a lot of like the higher level Roys do, and just higher level players in general. Even when they're wrong, they're always wrong in positions where they can't die. And I don't know what the second here is, actually. I have not seen this. Not sure if Flo... This is a huge... Oh, yeah, no jump, okay. So he doesn't go up 2-0. That's a pretty rough game to lose to Proto. And I'm assuming Proto's probably going to stay min-min for the rest of the set unless it goes south. Flo kind of struggling here. Damage is mounting. Only 41. This is not the matchup you want to be down in either. It's very back and forth. Going for the early cheese. Gets the frame trap, but once again, unfortunately, a little off on the jab punish. But catching the double jump damage once again. Forder, yeah, gets it. Proto taking a little minute here to recollect himself. Wasn't really, I'm sure he wasn't expecting that turn of events there. Alright, big 51. Alright, once again, Flo just looking so strong in these juggles. Jump comes out from Proto once again, and unfortunately gonna miss the stage. Spot dodge down smash. Gonna send Flo off stage. Good timing on the neutral getup. Awkward air dodge is gonna give Flo a lot more damage here. And every time Flo has been hitting Proto, he's just been doing so much damage. Trapping these defensive options really, really well. Oh, waits out the spot dodge. Turnaround jab. Wow. What a find from Flo. Turning around the jab into the side B, and he's gonna go up 2-1 here. Super, super solid on that game. Good adaptations to the min-min. Alright, but we're back on the Lucina here for game 4. Flo's just... His coverage of defensive options has definitely been what's gotten him the win, in my opinion. He's just been parrying Proto if he's attacking, and then if he jumps, he just waits out the double jump or just reads the startup entirely. Oh, yeah, that's... Can't up smash that, unfortunately. Oh, that was amazing. Wow, almost gets the reversal off it, too. That was really good awareness there. He's really not been edge guarded, like, at all this set, really. So he's been avoiding those troublesome positions really well. Alright, once again. Okay, he avoids the edge guard initially, though. He does get caught on the ledge jump, but he does avoid the edge guard. Oh, wow. That is some matchup knowledge right there. I don't know if Flo has a Lucina in his region, actually, but that was... I think he might be in Mr. E's region, actually. Because that was definitely... That was really good matchup knowledge. So he ran under, like, the first hit. He parried the first hit in air and then ran under the second hit because Roy, like, dashes, like, really low. So he just ran under the second hit and just ran up F-smashed. Alright, another parry. Tries to read the roll in again, but Proto not going to give up the roll once again. Alright, but how are we going to close this out? Flo just keeping center stage, going to get forwarded. Hasn't really had ledge trouble, though. Switching up his neutral get up timings really well, so that's how he's been playing it. Another good tech jump. That's definitely an option we need to start doing more. Is immediately air dodging after the techs. Oh, good spot dodge. I can seal out that second stock. Proto fighting for his life here. Flo just has all the answers, playing the matchup so well. All right, this is gonna be big damage. Could have probably gone for another up air, but back air gonna be good enough. He's just playing so well here, winning so much neutral interactions. Doesn't even need to be doing maximum damage. All right, roll in red from Proto. Sour Spot, not gonna lead though. Good awareness on Proto, not teching that. Flo just playing really evasively here. Doesn't want to give up this position. Unfortunate there. He tried dash back, but he got the sliding animation instead. Kind of flubbing the misinputs, but jump gonna be caught. Wow. And a bow from Flo. What a set. That was just like amazing matchup knowledge and advantage state, really. And that's all you need as Roy. As long as you're on the advantage state, no matter if it's a top player, you're just gonna win. So yeah, that was a pretty good set. Definitely gonna be doing more of these, probably some other style videos too. So stay tuned for that. But for now, take care and have a good one.